What is up, guys? It is your LOL support here. Be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up. Like us on Facebook and Twitter to ask us questions and to receive news on the channel. Links for both will be in the description below. And last, be sure to tick that subscribe button to join our team, but more importantly, to join our family. Alright guys, see ya.
But now that you're gone, I can fly.
What is up, guys? This is your LOL support here, and today we're going to be bringing you guys a champion guide on Karma the Enlightened One. And instead of playing Karma in the mid lane where we normally play her, we're going to be playing her in the top lane today against the Riven. Because I've received a lot of questions on my Riven video and other videos. How do I counter Riven? How do I do this? How do I do that? Riven's too broken, things like this. So last night I was playing a game, and I was playing with my buddy the Wet Chat, who just started up his new YouTube channel. I'll send you guys a link for that. He's going to be doing guides and things like that, so it should be a fun time. Check him out. But I was playing a game with him last night, and I saw the other team first pick a Riven. So I thought, you know what, why don't I get a video out to you guys, not only updating my Karma guide that I released back in Season 3, but also showing you guys a very strong matchup against a Riven in lane. So I'm going to be playing Karma, and I'm going to be kind of redoing the guide that I've already done. So, without anything else to say on that, let's get into her abilities. Now, her passive, Gathering Fire, damaging enemy champions with Karma's abilities refreshes the cooldown of Mantra by 2 seconds, and half that amount on basic attacks on champions. So, what this means is, you want to start landing your abilities, like say for example your Q. If you land your Q, it's going to refresh the cooldown of Mantra by 2 seconds. If you auto attack, it's going to refresh the cooldown by 1 second. And Karma revolves around having Mantra up as fast as possible and as often as possible. So I'll get into how the abilities work with Gathering Fire once I go through each of the abilities. So let's get into her first ability, her Inner Flame. This has a relatively low mana cost starting out, so it makes it really efficient to use for harassing. Karma fires a ball of energy that detonates on hitting an enemy, dealing magic damage and slowing them by 25%. And this scales with 60% AP, and when leveling it has a pretty good damage increase as well. Now when you mantra this turns into Soul Flare. Now Soul Flare does increased damage, and it also leaves behind an AoE. That if an enemy stands in it, it will detonate on them, and they will take increased damage from that. So you want to mantra Q usually when you want to get a significant amount of damage off. And you see right there, Riven's trying to gap close against me, but my Q, if it does land, stops all of her advance. And the second I hit level 3, it's going to be very, very, very hard for this Riven to even come close to me. And I'll show you guys why in a second. Now let's get into her next ability, Focus Resolve. As you see right there, Riven tried to go in. All I did was simply shield myself for the move speed, hit her with a Mantra Q, and then auto attack her down and land my Qs continuously to poke her down and get refreshed cooldown on my Mantra, which is my ultimate, and we'll get into that in a second. Focus Resolve, Karma, forms a 465 tether to the enemy champion, revealing and dealing magic damage dealing damage to the target over 2 seconds at 0.66 second intervals. If the tether is not broken after 2 seconds, the target is rooted for a short time. Now, this root is actually pretty powerful to level up, which is why against lanes like Karma, I actually will, depending on the matchup, max my tether even. Because your root duration does increase all the way up to 2 seconds at max rank. And this scales fairly well with 60% AP. Now, the initial cast of this will lower the cooldown of your mantra. So, just by getting this ability off, even if they break the tether, you're going to be getting that 2 second cooldown on your mantra. Now, if you mantra tether, which is your W, I believe, or your E. Let me make sure. Yes, it is your mantra W. So if you mantra W, your tether actually becomes kind of like a life tap, and it heals Karma for 20%, 1% per 100 AP of her missing health upon cast, and another instance of the same value if the leash is not broken. So the maximum amount of healing that you can get is 40% of your missing health, and this scales with 2% per 100 AP, and you can get all this back if the tether is not broken. So if Riven goes all in to fight me and I'm pretty chunks, like say quartered, all I do is mantra tether, and if she decides to stay in range, I'll be getting 40% of my missing health back, and she will just be taking damage and also receiving another root as well. Her last ability, her E ability, is her shield. Karma shields a target, ally, or herself for 4 seconds, granting them bonus movement speed for 1.5 seconds. And this shield strength scales 50% with AP and gives you 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60% movement speed respectively to the level. Now, if you are to mantra your shield, it will do an AoE shield around your target for an 800 unit range, and everyone in that range will get the shield, and they will get 60% movement speed for 1.5 seconds. And also, there will be an AoE magic damage that is dealt to enemies within 600 range of the target of the shield, the initial shield cast, not the members around the AoE. Meaning it's not like everyone is on the outskirts of the 800 unit radius of my shield, and we do altogether a crazy amount of damage in a wide area. So as you can see right there, Riven tried to kind of try and attack me, but I was able to shield and dodge her final cast of Broken Wings, and it absorbed a lot of damage. And also I'm able to tether her, auto attack, throw in Qs, not mantras, and I'm able to poke her down significantly, and she is unable to win trades against me. So, and her last ability is Mantra, which is what I've been talking about a lot throughout this, through explaining the abilities. Now, the Mantra is an empowerment on all of her abilities, which I have already described, that will augment the ability and its effects on the user. So, without anything else to say on her abilities, let's get into the gameplay and why I pick her against a Riven, Fizz, or any type of all-in champion, really. Even a Yasuo is pretty fun to play Karma against, because Yasuo's shield only charges up with his movement and move speed, so your Q slowing him will actually slow down the buildup of his shield. So, you know, the more you know, I guess. But the reason I play Karma in top lane against the Riven is because, as you can see, Riven has not been able to get close to me or use her ultimate, and if she Broken Wings and dashes into me and uses all of her gap close to get close to me, all I have to do is start my tether while she's coming towards me, since it has a very good cast range, and just use my shield. And she can beat me up a little bit because the shield will take damage, but should she stay long enough for that tether to get the second proc, she will be rooted, and I will be able to either mantra Q, or if I'm low enough and I want to gain health back, I'll even mantra tether. So it's very, very hard for the Riven to even get close to me, let alone sustain my poke. And she really went for a kill lane as well, so if I poke her out of lane, I know, see right there, using the shield, did no damage to me whatsoever, and since she used all of her escape as a gap close, she had no way of denying me the damage that I was able to get off on her. Which is why that this Riven is just getting starved right now as far as CS is concerned. She should be way higher than she is right now, and I'm just doing a very good job of zoning her. And what I like to pick up on Karma, especially in these lanes where I'm going to be bullying a bully, is I like to pick up a double fairy charm, and depending on the type of lane, by the way guys, right here, I meant to ping my G key and tell them that, hey, the enemy laner up here is probably going to go missing. So, for those of you guys who are about to flame me saying, oh, that flash was amazing, it was supposed to be on my G key. And right there I'm telling the Riven, yeah, that was supposed to be G. But anyways, forget it, hashtag LCS plays, so we're going to move on there. But, what I like to start is I like to start a double fairy charm, 2 health potions and 1 mana potion, or 2 mana potions and 1 health potion, if they don't have a lot of upfront damage. And as you can tell, Riven is a very good person that has upfront damage against people in the early levels, so I decided to bring 2 health potions just in case. But as you can see, I did not use any of the health potions. Had this been a lane like, say, Yasuo, who, if he's not close to you, he's not going to be doing absolutely anything, I'd probably take the 2 mana potions just to harass him just that extra bit more. And probably same thing with the Fizz. I actually might take the 2 health potions against the Fizz, but that one's up to your judgment call. The basic thing is by starting the double Fairy Charm, you are guaranteeing the fact that you can spam in lane with pretty much no consequence, and they will not be able to respond, which is why I like starting it. And then what I go to after that is I go into my Chalice, because the extra mana regen when I'm low on mana helps me a lot when it comes to my lane sustain as far as my mana is concerned. And as you can see, I am maxing out my tether, and right here Rammus thinks he's going to do something, but we make sure that he knows that he's not going to be touching us. And that's just the pure stopping power of Karma. You know, if you figure out how to mantra in the right order, depending on your situation, you will become such a good Karma. It's ridiculous. Like in that situation, the reason I mantraed my Q compared to my shield or compared to my tether was because I knew that Rammus needed to get closer to me, and he was going to be relatively slow when he started out his ball curl towards me. So, or power ball, I think it is. We'll get into it later. But I knew he has to build up speed, so by mantra queuing and leaving an AoE around him that slows him, I'm going to negate the purpose of that ability, which is to have a crap ton of move speed that moves towards you. So when I got the speed off, I was able to mantra Q, get the AoE, and then I locked my tether in, so that if he were to even get close to me, he's not even going to be able to do anything because the root will take place before he's able to taunt me. And then after that, just throwing in basic attacks and a Q whenever it comes up. And obviously the shield had he broken through the AoE. But that's an example when you would mantra Q, when you want to get either a significant amount of burst damage off, or if you want to stop a person with an AoE slow. So if you're running in the jungle, say, and it's a narrow corridor, I would consider mantra Q, because it's kind of like an Iceborne Gauntlet in a mini area. Incidences where you would mantra tether. If you're getting all in and you're about quarter health, the lower health you are, the better the mantra tether works, because you'll get initial health right off the bat, just from casting the mantra tether ability. And then if you keep going with it, and if you get the second mark, you'll also get double that health, which is amazing. So if Riven were to charge into me level 6 and I was quarter health, I would mantra my tether just so I can get that initial heal. I would shield and then just pop Qs in whenever I can, because the Q will slow, it just doesn't give an AoE slow. And as you can see right there, instances where I would mantra shield are if I need to clear out minions really fast. Contrary to popular belief, the way to clear minions with a Karma is not mantra Q, it's mantra shield. Because your mantra shield does an AoE around you, so that AoE damage is going to clear out a lot of minions. And especially once you start getting higher AP levels, I don't have that much high AP right now because I am running scaling AP, and I'm getting to the point where they're just outclassing flat AP, but I rushed a Seeker's Arm Guard and a Chalice, so I don't have any of my big boy items yet. But my mantra shield was still able to clear out a good amount of the minions. So once you pick up a Blasting Wand, once you pick up a Needlessly Large Rod, you'll start to clear waves a lot faster with that mantra shield. So quick side note, and in team fights as well, you want to mantra shield almost 5 times out of 7, because the damage that you also get from the AoE magic damage can change a team fight, and the fact that everyone gets a shield is amazing. And also with the new item, the new AP item that is out, I believe it's called Ardent Sensor. It also gives 25% attack speed to anyone you shield or heal. So that means that if you were to mantra shield yourself, you'll also shield everyone around you, and everyone around you will get that 25% attack speed, which is amazing. So that's instances where I would mantra shield, either to clear minions or if I know it's going to be a 5-on-5 team fight where I need my team to stay healthy. So those are kind of the instances. You can feel free to play with those. Those aren't set in stone. Play with it. See what you like. If you prefer mantra Q to clear minion waves, go ahead. If you feel like mantra Q in a team fight that's organized is better for the slow, by all means, do it. But these are instances where I prefer to use my mantra, and instances where I think that it is used best. So on the next base, you see I finish off my Sork Boots. I want to get some penetration in with my abilities. Another thing that I don't really prefer doing on her is getting Spell Vamp. I have seen like 1 or 2 Karmas build Spell Vamp, and it's just not all that great, just simply because, oh, right here, you're going to see a case of Mantra Shield, and then Q directly after. But some Karmas have gotten a Spell Vamp on her, and I just don't get it, because not a lot of her abilities are single target. And the the Riven just dashed back in there. I'm not all too sure why, but oh well. And you can see the passive ticking on my tether was able to pick up the kill there. But I don't like the Spell Vamp on her just because all the AoE mitigates the life steal that you're getting, or the Spell Vamp that you're getting. So I just rely on my Mantra Tether to give me back all the health that I would need out of an ability. So typical build pass that I'll do, it depends on the type of Karma I'm playing. If I'm dominating lane, I will typically go with a more AP dependent or AP focused Karma. If I'm playing like a lane where I need to spam a lot, I'll go with 40% Karma, which is 40% CDR from Athene's Unholy Grail and Morello's. And right here, I'm just going to get a nice Mantra Q off on the Morgana, and that's going to pick up the kill. That's an instance where I saw an opportunity where I can snipe out somebody with a Mantra Q, and I did it. So right here, we're kind of just dancing around, using my shield as move speed, and also to mitigate some of the damage that I was taking from minions. I'm just kind of waiting around in the back. Your job as Karma is not to be in the front lines. Your job is to kind of be back here and kind of be a sniper and be a saving grace for your team. See right there, I was able to get a Mantra Q off. Mantra Q is fantastic for poking as well, enemies under tower. So if you're ever trying to poke down enemies, just throw Qs, and then whenever you want to do big damage, or if you see them clump, Mantra Q, because it's a fantastic way to burst down your enemies. And she does really well in poke comps as well. So right there, our Soraka got poked down. What I do is I position myself. Now I'm going to rewind this just so I can explain this to you guys. This positioning will make a difference. So right here, we're all hanging out. I see the Morgana coming in for the Q. So I back up. Now she hit my healer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to position myself right here so that should another ability come out towards her, I'm able to body block it with my shield until she gets out of it. And also what being here does is it puts me in position for consistent Qs that I'm able to deal damage and also slow the enemy's advances towards my teammates. So now I'm back into my position. I'm securing kills for myself just because that red buff really helps the Karma if you can auto attack. So now I'm back into my position. I'm kind of back here more, just waiting for my chance to throw out Qs and help out my team. So right there, just barely missing. We're going to speed this back up. Thrush gets a little bit caught, but we are able to keep him alive with not only a Soraka heal, but a Karma shield as well. Okay, so let's go back and explain this team fight, just so you guys know how to use Karma in team fights. Okay, Soraka gets binded, we do all this thing, we already talked about this, secure the kill, bada bing, bada boom. Alright, so right here, we're just kind of doing the same old, and wait till Aatrox goes in. Okay, so now that Aatrox has gone in, this team comp that we have right now has fantastic healing abilities and shielding abilities because of our Karma and our Soraka. So by Aatrox going in with his passive up, we don't really have to worry too much about him. So what my focus is right now is I see right now Riven's positioning in relevance to my tank and my ADC is she's in the middle, which is not where I want her to be. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make sure that I try and shield the Aatrox while locking my tether on Riven that's the thing I'm thinking in that second. So as you can see, I try and get the Q off to slow everybody. I get the tether immediately on the Riven should she try and turn and get to my ADC. But she's not, she's dashing away, she's trying to get away. I'm able to get the root off onto her, and because I was able to get that root, we're able to get the flay backwards on her and eventually pick up the kill. So my orientation was specific to helping out my team. Right there, shielding the Thresh so he can survive that last turret hit. I sadly was not able to go back in and help that Caitlyn, but we're just gonna, we got it out with enough people that we can keep this lane where it's at. So my mindset is in trying to offer utility. So right here, Lucian, try to go in. I know Lucian's game style. He likes to dash towards you and get his passive double auto attacks off. So by getting the tether down, I ensure that if he does slide towards me, he's not going to be able to do anything because he'll get rooted. And I'm forcing him to use his slide defensively, which is why I prefer to like put an early tether on people like him, on people like Riven, so that they have to use their gap closes as escapes compared to advances. So that's another way to think about Karma tethers as well. It deters the enemy from thinking about going in on you. And this is a mindset that you eventually pick up from playing Karma a lot. So you see right there, I'm able to pick up my Athenes and Holy Grail, teleport back up to top lane, Mantra, wait for the minion wave to catch up, shield, Q, getting some damage off on the minions. So right here, consistently shielding myself, trying to catch back up to this Riven. And we're just kind of passively farming right here. Riven can't do anything at this point. With the Raka heals and everything like that, she has no way. So I'm shielding myself, trying to get the tether down. And she's spamming laugh, having a good old time, and we're just kind of clearing waves. Right there, hitting her with the Mantra Q, doing half her health, and we're just going to go back to the mid lane and take care of business. So right here, I try and flash get my Q off, but he did use his slide very well, and I was not able to hit him because of the minion block. So right here, Rocket heals herself. I was not able to get I think I did get my shield off, but it just didn't do anything to save her. Right there, getting my tether down, ensuring that my ADC will stay safe, and that is a Caitlyn trap on top of my tether, so she wasn't going anywhere. Some really fun people to play Karma with are Skarner in the jungle, and anyone with basically a good hard CC, because you're able to secure your tether. If you're playing with the Lee Sin, and he goes in and Hiku somebody towards you, if you're able to get your tether off, it almost guarantees that you're about to get that stun, which is always a nice thing to have. So right there, just throwing out Qs whenever I can just to get the Mantra cooldown increased. And I'm going to pick myself up a blue buff thanks to the Wet Shat helping me out here. I do get binded and throwing down the disrespects. And we're able to get out of that one relatively safe. So I'm shielding myself to get out of harm's way quicker because I really want to base here. But I see that my Aatrox is ready to go Ham City, so I need to stay and support him. Shield myself to get into the fight. Now, right here, let's break it down. I don't know if that Morgana is going to get away, especially since I see the Nidalee. However, I know that if I'm able to tether this Rammus, I might be able to stop a lot of the CC that they're going to have on my teammates, especially Rammus against the Aatrox that can taunt. Like, if Rammus taunted my Aatrox, there goes all his damage on the enemies. So I need to make sure that that Rammus doesn't catch up with my Aatrox. So right there, Thresh does a good job of flanking backwards. I get the stun off. I see a chance where two people were clumped up, so I put down my AoE ultimate, or AoE Q, or Mantra Q. So I'm able to get the explosion right here, and that's going to do significant damage onto the Rammus. Right there, I shield my Aatrox so that he doesn't take as much damage. However, his passive was popped. So right now, all I'm going to be doing is I'm going to throw out Qs to stop the Lucian from attacking. And right here, Lucian's throwing down the culling, so I'm just going to say F that, I'm going this way. Shield, dodge the trap, and I'm going to now continue my chase towards this Lucian. However, I noticed that he's kind of getting away, and I see that my Aatrox is still going Ham City. Right there, I use my shield to come in, but had I saved it, I might have been able to save the Aatrox, but damn, hindsight 2020. So right there, Lucian is forced to use his dash towards me, so now I know he has no escape from my tether. I'm going to use the tether. It's going to lock him down right here, and I'm able to throw out the Q. Picks up the kill on the Lucian, and now all that's left is this weak Morgana. I'm throwing out auto attacks. My Q is not on cooldown, or not off cooldown yet. There it is, picking up the double kill. A very good play by the Aatrox, just kind of dropping everybody low so I can kind of come for the cleanup. And we're going to now base and pick up our next item. And the next item we pick up is going to be probably a needlessly large rod, or maybe even finishing up our Zonias. But I think right now we're probably only going to pick up... Oh, there it is. So we pick up these Zonias and the Fiendish Codex for the increased cooldown reduction. So I'm going to be going 40% karma right here just because I want to poke out the enemy team. So let's kind of keep this going. Right there I see a good chance to get my Mantra Q off. Riven's coming towards me. I'm able to shield myself away, and Aatrox dives headfirst into the fight. He sadly was not able to make it out, and right there my Raka is getting up a lot of kills. So now she gets stunned. She's able to pick up another kill on the Riven. I throw out my Mantra Q to slow the Lucian's advance, shield off my Caitlyn so she can get damage off, get the tether down on her, and we're just going to continue this chase. So that's an example of just paying attention, knowing what you're doing in this fight, and making sure that you take out the necessary targets with the right abilities and the right sequencing. If you can figure all this out, you're a great Karma player, and hopefully this guy will help you out with that. And I hope that my explanations of when I Mantra and when I don't, and the explanations of the team fight, I hope that you guys are able to take away a lot from that and are able to figure out, okay, this is how I do Karma. So right there, just throwing out a Mantra Q just for the harass and the long range poke. And with 40% Karma, your Mantra is on around a 23-second cooldown. And with also the auto attacks that you're weaving in and the constant Qs that you're getting, it's almost a non-existent cooldown. Oh, okay, so that was a team fight that we missed. Alright, let's go back to me. Let's go. Oh, not me. Bada bing. We got it. So we're going to speed ourselves up, get back into the fight. We now have both components for our Morellonomicon, or Morellos, and we're going to be picking that one up next. So right here we are about to lose turret. Aatrox dives headfirst into the fight. Our Caitlyn's getting cold, so let's stop right here and assess the situation. So when I'm coming into this fight, the things that I notice are Caitlyn's ulting are there niddly, but Riven's very close to my Caitlyn. So my initial thought is I need to save this Caitlyn from getting bursted down. So right there, I get my shield off onto her. However, I realize, you know what, this girl's gone. There's not much I can do. But everyone's clumped, so I can get a Mantra Q off. So I get the Mantra Q off for the nice slow. Raka's picking up some nice damage with her Star Call. Aatrox is able to pick up the kill there. So now my mission is to speed up my allies. So Riven comes in, tries to do damage. I tether her just to make sure that if she is able to advance on anybody, we'll get the root at some point. So tether goes down. Raka picks up that kill. Aatrox is now stunned by the Morgana bind, so he's not able to do damage, and Thresh is the next target for them. So what I'm going to think about doing is I'm going to think about trying to stop their advance by throwing out Qs and slowing them. And now that I see Thresh is safe, I'm going to start to try and progress my advance. So instead of trying to shield myself and catch up to the Lucian that I know I probably have no chance of catching, I'm going to continuously try and speed up this Soraka. So she was moving a little fast, so I wanted to flash and shield her so she can get the increased move speed so that she can pick up the kill on this Lucian. And you see I was able to give her enough move speed so that she was eventually able to clean up the Lucian, and we were able to pick up an inhibitor off of that. So that's an example of using your abilities to help your allies pick up kills compared to yourself. So in that situation where you're chasing, say if Aatrox was doing the same thing, if he was chasing, I would shield him for the extra move speed. Right there, going in, Mantra Shield so I can clear the minion wave. Putting down the tether on the Rammus just in case if he were to come in, he was not going to be able to do anything with it. And right now we're going to go back and we're going to clear out the dragon. I positioned myself in a way so that I can protect my team doing dragon from their entrance to the dragon pit. So that way I can throw out Qs and everything like that. Okay, so last team fight of the game. You see, Riven is in her iconic position, so I've already had my tether on her. Just so that if anything were to happen, she's going to get rooted. So right here, she gets rooted, knocked back by the Flay, and now she's dead. She's going to be Dunzos here. So now all that's left is Aatrox is in the middle of the fight doing a lot of damage, and he's able to soak up pretty much everyone's attention and stay alive and help you through that as well. So right there, you see I drop down my Mantra Shield so that not only am I able to get the AP damage off in an AoE, but I'm able to shield the Aatrox without being in range of the shield, if that makes sense. So by Mantra Shielding, it has a wider radius for you to cast the shield, so I don't need to be as close to the Aatrox as I would normally, so I was able to Mantra Shield him. So you see, pick up the near ace. We're going to the base, and this is going to be pretty much the game. I really hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Karma is definitely one of those champions that I really like. Like, I feel like her utility is just, it offers so much to the team comp, and it offers just endless possibilities as far as what you can offer to the team. I mean, I play Karma a lot because I can't get enough of her. She's so mechanically sound that if you understand mantra and if you understand when to use it, team fights and in solo lane, you can be a dominant and scary player that does a lot of damage. So I really hope that you guys at some point throughout today, tomorrow, future, what have you, I really hope that you guys do give Karma a try. As you can see right here, I'm just kind of sticking true to my guns, getting my tethers down on Riven when she tries to dive, so she's not able to do anything, and just helping your team do everything that they can to secure the win. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this Karma guide. I've had a blast playing her, and I've had a blast making this guide for you guys. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We release videos every Monday and Friday at noon, and we really like putting out high quality videos to you guys. Please go out, try Karma, and I hope that I have mitigated some of the Riven intimidation that you guys may have with this. So without anything else to say on this topic, this has been your LOL support, and I am out of here.